the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium.
Let's go, fellas. Green 18. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Check back, Green 18.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And he finds his tight end, Graham. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he rifles one incomplete. Geronimo Allison, the target there. That'll bring up second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. This one complete to his running back, Jamal Williams. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Rodgers to throw once more. And that's complete to Adams. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. Rodgers with a keeper, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers keeping it himself from a yard out, and they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Next score, Packers 7, Cowboys 0. Mason Crosby set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
We got double up. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Switch. Check 15.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down, Elliott. He'll have a first down past the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Check 9, check 9. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Check 26, check 26. Back, back, back. 26.
A first down carry by Elliott. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, 44 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a hole.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
A gain of 17 yards.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Showing up, showing up. 10-30. Go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The sack by Michael Bennett, the native of tiny Independence, Louisiana. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep is Tavon Austin. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Let's go. We're going to 54. Bang. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. 47. Mike's 42. Mike's 42.
On second down and 4. Prescott escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Strip that ball. Crunch. Under. 36.
On first down, Elliott. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
We're going to 53. Here we go. 25. Let's walk. Right. 26.
From the 39, Prescott. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Tramon Williams. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Cooper was the target there. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 41-yard line.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here we go.
On second down, it's Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Mike's 4-2. Here we go, 46.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Oren Burks on the tackle. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. 10th carry now for Elliott. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Switch. Check. Go.
Now a handoff as they run left side. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
All day, dog. 47. 22, jet, cover. 22, jet, cover. Check 99.
Now they'll let Olawale have a crack at it. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jameis Olawale taking it in. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Watch it, the six. Pull it, now. Under. Check. Motion out of the backfield.
On first down, Elliott. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the 45 on 2nd down, Prescott got an open man, the tight end Jarwin. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
42's the mic, boys. 42's the mic. All day, just like that.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
So Darius Smith on the stop. A gain of 11 brings up 2nd and 9 at the 33-yard line.
Nice 42.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down.
We own it. We own it. Wait a minute. Check.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a fourth down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So on fourth down, on comes the Dallas kicker, Brett Maher. From the left hash, this from 46. The kick by Maher is good. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. It's a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. He finds his man. It's Austin. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tavon Austin, 41 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Maher now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return. This one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. But sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Chidobe there to make the play in coverage.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Yes, they have, you're right, they have had no room to breathe. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Chidobe with a pick. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, 47.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He's going to get this to Austin, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! Tavon Austin. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did, huh? Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist.
Yo. 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 Ever since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. Say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my 50. Ex-slick, then hit with the. Back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things, pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
Watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, I'm in the wrist, I never switch.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the New Orleans Saints. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Mike, ready? 95, 56. And watch the leg.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the gun, it's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Bennett, the former Texas A&M Aggie, dropping the hammer. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Forward in. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Woo! Shift. Gun. Banjo. Hey, kill. 47. He can't hang. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 50. 26.
1st down, Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
54, Mike. Check. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Watch the pass.
Throwing on second and long. Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Malik Collins gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Kamara. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
Hey, Charlie.
Now Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. Fourth down.
Hey, Haywood.
Breeze going to go on fourth down. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They get 6 yards going for it on fourth, and now it's first and goal.
Ready. 5-8. 5-4. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
They get this again. Jet sweep. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, second and goal.
6-man. Check curls. He's screw kill.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
And Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on fourth down.
And that set up everything in the end result, the short touchdown run. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there. So that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Come on, D. Check. Lucky. Check. We're going to 54. Why here?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to find Gallup here complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
On first down, Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10. At the 23-yard line.
On second down, it's Elliott. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here we go. Kill. Oh, here we go. He's checking. Crash. Kill. Check 24. 49. Check 26.
On third down, it's Prescott. This to Jarwin. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
47. Kill. 56.
Running with Elliott. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's first and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky fourth down call.
First down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. They'll go with a big back. This is Olawale. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it second and goal. Now here's Pollard. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They'll turn to the power game, and Olawale. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Brett Maher down for the field goal. An 18-yard attempt.
Maher able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, for the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Ready. Yellow waiting.
Fans And a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, you know, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Breeze now on first down. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On second down now, it's Elliott. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Here we go, 47. Mike 5-4. I got you. 26.
A second down throw for Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long.
Hey, kill. You ain't got nothing.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
That one good for 37 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
27.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Prescott gets this to the tight end, Jarwin. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, and that'll bring up second down.
Here we go, 46. Crunch down, defense.
Here's Prescott. The tight end Jarwin with it out on the left side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That catch good for 5. It's third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. They'll run with Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 17 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway.
And the pressure gets to him again. The sack by Robert Quinn.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Check 50, check 50. Check 9, check 9.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Let's go, baby. Hey, kill.
And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Check, watch 54. Here we go, 46. Hey, one set. Check, Mike, 54.
3rd and long for Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Breeze. The open man is Smith. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Breeze. Ginn has it complete. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. Ted Ginn's gonna go. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 65 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
We're going to 53.
Prescott now from the 50. And that'll be incomplete.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football. I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets.
Showing up. Check three.
Prescott now. And this is going to be incomplete.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
54. Mike, 54. Now watch one. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this 4th quarter.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Under 10.
Go. Get out there. 47.
Hustle. Watch the slats. Right there. 54. Right there.
26.
They'll throw again. Prescott under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kiko Alonso. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Gun.
Motion. That's it. 54. Ready? 54 is Mike. Check.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Mike 5-4.
Prescott from the gun. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
A gain of 2 brings up third and less than a yard.
The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at third and a few inches. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They get this again. Jet sweep. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
59, yellow waiting, check 53. Let's go. Bang, bang, bang. 12. Bang, bang.
On second down, Kamara. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Jalen Smith. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. Well, this is caught by Ginn. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that one travels out of bounds. So a bad break there, and that will thwart any chance that they had of coming back.
There you go. All right, 56. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
They'll run on first down. Elliott.
Number 21, Ezekiel.
Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get